Hello there, and welcome back to Grow with Wisdom. I'm so glad you're here. You know, as the years pass, our bodies begin to whisper stories we never heard in our younger days. Little aches in the knees, a nagging stiffness in the back, or a deep, slow soreness that lingers long after we've moved. It's part of the journey of aging, a path filled with grace, growth, and yes, sometimes pain. But here's the good news. Not every discomfort needs a prescription. In fact, many older adults, just like you, are turning to natural, time-honored remedies that have soothed the body and spirit for generations. Remedies that don't rely on pills, but instead lean into the gentle power of nature, movement, and mindful living. Today in this video, we're diving into 5 natural pain relief methods that seniors around the world swear by. These aren't gimmicks or fleeting trends. These are real, trusted remedies, safe, simple, and surprisingly effective. You'll hear stories of people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who found comfort and strength through these approaches. People like 78-year-old Helen, who found freedom from arthritis pain in her backyard garden, or Thomas, age 69, whose daily ritual changed the way he sleeps and wakes. Each remedy we'll explore today is a small but powerful invitation to listen to your body with kindness, to treat pain not as a prison, but as a signal, a guide, and to remind yourself that healing often begins with care, not chemicals. So, if you've been longing for relief without reaching into the medicine cabinet, stay with me, because the last remedy we'll share today just might surprise you, and it could be the one that gently changes everything. Let's get started with the remedy number 1, warm water therapy, the healing power of soaking and movement. The most ancient and comforting forms of natural pain relief, warm water therapy. Imagine this, it's early morning, the sun is just rising. 72-year-old Margaret from Spokane, Washington, slips into her backyard hot tub. The steam curls gently into the air, and her stiff joints slowly begin to loosen. Margaret isn't there for luxury. She's there because, for her, warm water is medicine. Whether it's a soak in a warm bath, a session in a hot tub, or gentle exercise in a heated pool, water has an almost magical ability to ease pain, especially for seniors. Here's why. Warm water improves circulation. It helps blood flow more easily to aching muscles and stiff joints, bringing fresh oxygen and nutrients right where the body needs them. For those living with arthritis, fibromyalgia, or general muscle soreness, this can feel like a blessing. It also reduces the gravitational pull on your body. In water, your weight is supported. That means less strain on your knees, hips, and back. You can move more freely. Even just walking gently in waist-deep water can become a soothing, low-impact exercise that builds strength without increasing pain. In fact, many seniors find that their bodies move more gracefully in water than on land. That's why aquatic therapy has become a favorite among people aged 65 and older. It's gentle, it's calming, and it works. Take Harold, 81, a retired school principal from Michigan. Years of standing on hard floors left his legs and lower back in constant discomfort. His doctor suggested medication, but Harold wasn't interested in numbing the pain. He wanted to understand it and ease it naturally. That's when he discovered a community center offering senior water aerobics. Twice a week, Harold joined a small group of older adults in a heated pool. They moved slowly. They laughed. And by the 3rd week, Harold noticed something he hadn't felt in years: relief. "I don't just feel better," he said. "I feel lighter, stronger, more alive." The beauty of warm water therapy is that it can be customized to your comfort. A warm bath with a few drops of lavender oil before bed, a quiet float in a community pool, even soaking your hands in warm water if arthritis makes your mornings difficult. It doesn't have to be grand to be healing, so if you're waking up with stiffness, if your knees ache when you rise from a chair, or if your back whispers to you by midday, consider this. The answer might not be in a pill, it might be in water. Give your body the kindness of warmth, buoyancy, and gentle movement, because sometimes the simplest remedies are the most profound. If you're still watching this video and finding it helpful, drop a number 1 in the comments to show me you're with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any video that's all about supporting you. Your support means everything and helps us keep creating video content that truly makes a difference. Remedy number 2, gentle stretching and daily movement, keeping the pain away with graceful motion. Let's talk now about something beautifully simple, something that costs nothing but gives everything. Gentle stretching and daily movement. Now, I know what you might be thinking. At my age, I'm not bending like I used to, and you're right. Aging does bring changes, but it also brings wisdom. And one of the wisest lessons we can learn is this: motion is lotion. Take 76-year-old Doreen from Asheville, North Carolina. A former librarian with a love for knitting, Doreen began feeling stiffness in her shoulders and neck after long afternoons in her favorite armchair. Her fingers felt tight, her hips creaked in the mornings, and walking down the stairs took more effort than she liked. But instead of retreating further into stillness, Doreen began exploring something new, a gentle stretching routine she could do right in her living room. Each morning she'd rise, open her curtains, and spend just 10 minutes doing slow, mindful movements, reaching overhead, gently twisting her torso, rolling her shoulders back, and stretching her legs. She followed no complex yoga regimen, just her breath and her body, and the change, subtle but steady. Her joints began to loosen, her steps grew lighter, her hands felt more nimble as she returned to her knitting. And, most importantly, her pain softened, like a fog lifting from a familiar landscape. Now here's the key: stretching isn't about becoming more flexible like a gymnast. It's about maintaining ease of movement, preserving the simple joys of bending, walking, turning, and standing tall. Even 5 minutes a day can help release tension in the lower back, relax the shoulders, and reduce the tightness that creeps in from long periods of sitting. And it's not just stretching that helps, it's moving. That might mean a short walk after lunch, light gardening in the morning sun, or dancing slowly in your kitchen to a favorite tune from decades past. The kind of movement that doesn't feel like exercise, but feels like life. Robert, 69, shared something beautiful with us recently. After his hip replacement, he began a slow walking routine in his neighborhood, just a block or 2 each day. At first, he now walks over a mile 3 times a week. His pain? Still there, yes, but different, softer, more manageable. I walk through the pain, he said, and somehow it walks away from me. Our bodies are not meant to be still for long. When we sit too much, pain settles in like dust. But when we stretch and move, even gently, we invite energy and healing to return. So today, whether you're standing, sitting, or resting, consider one small stretch, one graceful reach, one deep breath. It's not just movement, it's medicine. Remedy. Number 3, herbal compresses and natural oils. Ancient comfort for modern aches. There's something almost sacred about the rituals passed down through generations. Simple, earthy remedies that mothers gave to daughters and grandfathers used, without ever calling it therapy. In this remedy, we return to one of those age-old traditions, herbal compresses and natural oils. Let's begin with the story of 80-year-old Farida from London. A gentle, silver-haired woman known for her storytelling and warm smile, Farida has lived with knee pain for over a decade. But if you ask her how she manages it, she won't mention painkillers or doctor visits. She'll point to a small cloth bundle in her kitchen drawer. It's her herbal compress, a homemade pouch filled with dried turmeric, ginger root, cinnamon, bark, and rock salt. When her knees ache, she warms the bundle on a dry skillet, wraps it in a soft towel, and gently presses it against the sore area. The warmth penetrates deep, and the natural anti-inflammatory herbs begin to work their quiet magic. Farida says it doesn't just relieve the pain, it soothes her soul. These compresses can be made at home with common ingredients or bought pre-made from herbal stores. The key is in the warmth and the botanical properties. Turmeric, ginger, and clove are all known to reduce inflammation. Lavender, peppermint, and eucalyptus ease muscle tension and improve circulation. Natural oils work in a similar way, massaging the body, especially sore joints and muscles, with warm oil is a practice known as abhyanga in Ayurvedic tradition. For seniors, this can be deeply healing. Just a few drops of castor oil on the knees, peppermint oil rubbed into the temples for headaches, or lavender oil on the back of the neck before sleep can bring noticeable relief. Let's not forget Edward, 74, a former mailman from Dublin. Years of walking led to chronic foot and ankle pain. Now, every evening, Edward soaks his feet in warm water, then rubs in a few drops of eucalyptus oil. He calls it his retirement ritual. It doesn't just ease the ache, it helps him sleep better too. What makes herbal compresses and oils so powerful is not just their physical effect, it's the act of caring for oneself. The warm touch, the soothing scent, the few minutes spent honoring your body with kindness. If you've never tried this before, start small. A warm washcloth soaked in chamomile tea placed over the eyes, or a drop of rosemary oil on the hands before a nap. These little moments can do more than ease pain. They can bring you back to yourself. So the next time discomfort visits, think of Farida and Edward. Think of the wisdom of nature and the healing power of your own hands. Remedy number 4, mind-body practices, healing pain from the inside out. Not all pain begins in the body, and not all healing comes from the outside. Sometimes the greatest remedy lies within us. This brings us to a remedy that many seniors are quietly discovering and swearing by: mind-body practices, such as deep breathing, meditation, Tai Chi, and guided imagery. These aren't just relaxation techniques. They are powerful tools that help calm the nervous system, reduce stress, and in turn, lessen physical pain. Let me tell you about 77-year-old George from Melbourne, Australia. A retired train conductor, George spent decades standing on metal floors and battling back pain that worsened with age. Doctors offered medications, but George noticed something curious. His pain was always worse on days when he was worried, angry, or lonely. One day, at his daughter's suggestion, he tried a beginner's Tai Chi class at the local community center. At first, he felt silly, moving slowly in silence with a group of strangers. But he kept going. And soon, something changed. His breathing deepened. His mind quieted. The tightness in his lower back softened. It wasn't just about my back, he said. It was my mind. My whole self felt lighter. Scientific studies back this up. Practices like Tai Chi and meditation have been shown to reduce chronic pain by lowering cortisol levels, the stress hormone, calming overactive nerves, and even reshaping how the brain interprets discomfort. What's more, these practices reconnect us with our bodies, not as something broken, but as something worth listening to. Lillian, 68, from Toronto, swears by guided imagery. Before bed, she closes her eyes and listens to a recording that takes her to a peaceful garden in her mind. She breathes slowly, visualizes the sunlight warming her back, and imagines the tension leaving her joints. Her arthritis hasn't disappeared, but her nights are no longer restless. Even something as simple as conscious breathing can help. Try it now. Take a slow breath in, hold it for just a moment, and gently breathe out. Again, this one small act sends a signal to your nervous system. You are safe. You can soften. Mind-body practices don't promise a cure, but they offer something just as precious: relief, resilience, and peace. For many older adults, that's more than enough. If you're new to these practices, start gently. Try 5 minutes of slow breathing in the morning, or stand by the window, stretch your arms with your breath, and let your thoughts settle like snow in a still forest. Your body has been with you for decades. It holds pain, but it also holds wisdom. And sometimes the most healing thing we can do is simply pause, breathe, and listen. If you're still watching this video and finding it helpful, drop a number 4 in the comments to show me you're with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss any video that's all about supporting you. Your support means everything and helps us keep creating video content that truly makes a difference. Remedy number 5, healing through nature, the restorative power of the outdoors. There's a kind of pain that isn't just in the body, it settles in the spirit. And sometimes the most powerful remedy isn't found in a bottle or even in a warm bath. It's found under the sky, beneath a tree, or along a quiet walking path. This brings us to our final remedy, healing through nature. Spending time in nature isn't just about fresh air. It's about reconnecting with something deep, something timeless. And for many older adults, it becomes a sanctuary, a place where pain feels lighter, worries grow quieter, and the heart beats in rhythm with the world. Let me introduce you to Mabel, 84, from Vermont. A widow and lifelong lover of wildflowers, Mabel had been struggling with grief after losing her husband of 61 years. Alongside her emotional pain came the physical: stiff hips, low energy, and a deep ache in her back that seemed to grow heavier with each passing day. But one spring morning, her granddaughter encouraged her to come along on a short walk in the woods near their home. It wasn't far, just half a mile of soft earth and birdsong. Mabel hesitated, but eventually she agreed. That walk changed her life. Surrounded by the green hush of the forest, she felt something shift. The pain in her hips didn't disappear, but her focus moved away from it. The trees, the light, through the leaves, the feel of the breeze against her cheeks, they became a balm, not just for her body, but for her soul. Now, Mabel walks that same path 3 times a week. She brings along her walking stick, her camera, and sometimes a journal. She calls it her green therapy, and she's not alone. Studies show that spending even 20 minutes a day in nature can lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and ease chronic pain. The Japanese call it Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing. It doesn't require hiking boots or mountain trails. Just a gentle walk, or even sitting quietly under a tree can be enough. For those who can't walk far, even time in a garden or on a balcony surrounded by plants can bring healing. Watching the birds, feeling the sun on your hands, listening To the wind, it helps the body remember what ease feels like. James, 71, a former mechanic from Arizona, found peace sitting beside a cactus garden he built himself. He told us, "Every time I dig, plant, and water, I forget I have arthritis. My mind is somewhere else, somewhere better." Pain is real, but so is beauty, and nature reminds us that just as the seasons change, so too can we. There is still healing. There is still wonder. There is still life, blooming quietly just outside your door. So open that door, step outside, and let the earth hold you for a while. Now, let's move on to the final thoughts. Pain, especially in our later years, can feel like an uninvited companion. It shows up in the morning, lingers through the day, and sometimes whispers to us in the quiet hours of the night. But pain, though real, doesn't have to define our story. As we've seen today, healing comes in many forms. It might be the soft embrace of warm water, the gentle rhythm of daily movement, the ancient comfort of herbs and oils, the calm within the breath, or the quiet strength of a tree standing tall in the wind. These remedies are more than techniques. They are invitations to slow down, to listen, to reconnect with your body, not as something broken, but as something brave, something that has carried you through decades of love, loss, laughter, and learning. You've already walked such a long road. And on that road, you've gathered wisdom, courage, and grace. Pain may come, yes, but so does peace. So does possibility. The truth is, healing is not always about curing. Sometimes it's about comforting, about making space for small joys, about choosing compassion for yourself again and again. If one of these natural remedies speaks to you, try it. Start gently. Give it time. And trust that your body, wise and weathered though it may be, still holds the ability to feel better. Because no matter your age, you deserve ease, you deserve peace, and above all, you deserve to feel alive. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend, a loved one, or anyone who might benefit from it. And please don't forget to subscribe to Grow with Wisdom for more inspiring and thoughtful video content crafted just for you. I'd love to hear from you. What part of today's video resonated with you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue supporting and uplifting each other on this journey. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care, keep smiling, and most importantly, keep growing with wisdom.